Hello all, it's a Jolly Cup time once again with yet another TLVN, but this time of probably my new favorite casting. It is of the Fiat Panda, but it's not just any other Fiat Panda. It's a police version of the Panda, and that is from from used by the Carabinieri of the 1980s and the 1990s, I think. The Panda is kind of a new favorite of mine because reason why it was a new favorite of mine because I like city cars. I like something simple, like a give me something simple in the comment section below that I can probably collect. But yeah, the Panda is basically my new favorite car from the TLV one. At least for right now, because I just like city car. I think I like city cars for whatever reason. So this is an interesting cast release, I should say, because this has the Muncipale livery is in central Italy during the period, and we also compare it to the Honda N360 to see how how big the Panda has gotten compared to a 1960s N360. It can be a fun person. But yeah, here's the box. Unfortunately, mine got faded when I bought this from Toys Cafe. Speaking of Toys Cafe, I actually bought the Nissan Leopard, which you have just revealed recently. And another one that a card that I've gotten from Toys Cafe that also revealed is the Nissan R382, driven to victory in the 1970 Japan Grand Prix by Takashi Kunimitsu. We'll talk about more on this card in its own dedicated review. And I got this one for a decent price as well. 1400, which is actually not too bad for something that's new, that was released a couple of years ago. As you can see, Jobin 248, Fiat Panda, Tomica. It does come with an antenna which you can put on the Panda, which I won't do. The rest of the box though it's actually fine for some reason. It's only the front of the box is kind of faded out. Yeah, standard packaging. I think when was this released? I forgot already. I think this might have been released around 2019 before the pandemic. I think it might be around 2019 or somewhere around the 2020s. I can't remember. I should have done more research. I was lacking research, but yeah. Let's get to the Panda. This is actually a pretty interesting casting because it just opens up a lot of potential for more Fiats in the future. Imagine if we get a Fiat 500 from the TLB one. That'd be cool. But for now, we're gonna deal with a Panda, which is a cute city card. But yeah, let's get to the front real quick. Of course, as per standard with the TLV vehicles, you got clear headlights, clear indicators, unlike the Leopard, which is painted. You can tell how much Tomica has changed over the past decade in terms of how well they do their details. Oops, sorry for moving the camera. There you go, that's the lighting that I want. You got the standard four ring Fiat logo. Of course, you got the Eurostyle number plate. Plastic. The front bumper is a plastic piece, I believe. No, I think it's die cast. No, this one's plastic. This is also a separate piece. They're both separate pieces. So you got the two-tone colors of white and blue. It's still this color combination is still used today, but albeit being flipped. So it's now blue and white rather than white and blue than was used a decade ago. Of course, it says on the side it says Polizia Muncipale, or municipal police, which will be around central Rome and its regions. And this is using the base trim for the car. You can tell this is a base trim. This panel is basically plastic. Pretty much most of the car is just the base trim. Of course, as we get to the boot, plastic bumper piece, of course. Here's the bike number plate. You got the badges. Fiat Panda 1300. 1300, I believe, is the base. No, the 1100. My bad. This is so hard to focus. Yeah, Panda 1100. I can't remember what it says there. But it got, as per standard, at this point and to this day, to basically get tail light, you get the clear tail lights, cleared indicators, a single clear fog light, and a stop light, and a single reverse light, which is kind of interesting. An interesting siren as well. We got a one-piece light bar on top of the stand. This is where the antenna should go. Gas cap. I think these are like 20 spoke wheels. Yeah, 20 spoke wheels. There's also a painted reflector just next to the fender. Of course, there's one louver here on the bonnet, I should say. You get to the roof, more plastic trim. The interior is nice as well. I'll give them that. And here's the base, standard TLVin base, copyrighted 2016. So the road car came out first around 2017, and this car came out around 2019. Which I think makes it my newest TLVN release in the collection at the moment. Now, let's see how much the sizes have changed compared to the Nissan. I meant the Honda N360 that I reviewed last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was around 2021 when I started doing reviews in my channel. You should probably go check it out in the description below, or maybe in the suggestion right here. But yeah, 2 years later, I finally have a Fiat in the collection, so this makes it a good comparison. How big these CD cars have gotten. It's not unfair pitting against like a European car, but that's the only thing that we can compare it to. Unfortunately, my N360 has a paint rash. I think, yeah, it came with the paint rash when I got this off Tomica brother. It's from an auction when I still did them. So this was actually a pretty decent deal. But yeah, let's compare it to the N360. Yeah, you can tell more safety features on the Panda versus like just raw safety for the N360. You can tell the roof is kind of elongated. Of course, I've gotten slightly elongated, but not as elongated as like an American car of the period. Yeah, the N360 falls short of the Panda. You can tell this. Yeah, you can put it against an N360 and it'll look tiny. Yeah, you can tell the size difference is over a single decade is just crazy. So this is around 2005. This guy, the N360. It's such an interesting casting. It looks like a Tomica base, but it's not. That's a pretty interesting casting. I love it. It's cute. But this one's probably not as cute as the N360, but this is my new favorite TLFN casting because it's a foreign car, and foreign cars sell so fast that any Mercedes made by Tomica can be unicorn, can be like a unicorn rare casting, especially the 190. You can't even find a Mercedes 190 for a decent price because you have to pay, because they have gotten so rare. But it's kind of ridiculous because I want a foreign car in the collection from Atomic Tech at least. But that's how it goes. Foreign cars sell better than a Nissan than a Nissan R35. That's how much Atomic Tech has been putting out these R35s, and yet they don't sell too well compared to like a foreign car. That's a useless rarity, which I'm actually not complaining about because there are way too many R35s. Tomica, please stop. Please at least slow down releasing them. It's getting ridiculous. But yeah, that's a mini rant, and that is the review of the Fiat Panda.